I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay. All right, welcome. Welcome to everybody. Welcome. Have we started? We're 1 minute early. We're 1 minute early. Widgets, start recording, end stream, chat box, full stream, window capture, full screen, window capture. Something is wrong, something's missing. Chat box. No. No. Live stream. No. Scenes. No. Okay. Oh my God, this whole thing. Thank you very much. Are you listening? Is anybody out there? Thank you for coming to Louis Schaffer's Uncooked. I should start the show in a much more bouncy, bubbly way, but I'm not feeling that good. I'm thinking maybe I've got Alzheimer's. I just heard about a friend of mine who has, I'm not going to say who she is, but she's like 50-something years old, and she's got Alzheimer's. Thank you very much. Can you hear me out there? Hold on a second. Can you hear me out there? Can you hear me? Hey, Joodles, you're on the wrong channel again, Louis. What does that mean? Can you hear me? What channel am I on? I think I'm on I'm not on YouTube. I'm on Stream Labs, I hope. Hey, Lucy, am I on the right channel? Can you hear me now? Remember, this part is so important. People are like plugging in. I can hear you, but everyone else in the other one you had previewed. Oh. And my son's not here. My son's going off somewhere that I'm going to be at later. Hey, Lewis. Hey, Ian Hagues. Where are you from, Ian? So what do we do? Do we do anything about it? Do I go on to Twitter and to say, I don't know how to take this link and share this link. How do I share what I'm doing right here on Steam? I'll go get them. Thank you, Joodles. Thank you. Oh my God, I'm not going to use the word to describe myself because it's horrible. But I've turned into that. That's what I'm worried about. Maybe today we should discuss this. Maybe I need end of care. I love that, end of life care. Shanks is in the building. Thank you, Shanks, for the video. I think you made a video for me. Thank you, Shanks. And Dave Brogan. Hey, Dave. Thanks for coming in. And Lucy, of course. And so thank you, everybody, for coming in. How do you do that? How do I say, come and watch me right now? How do I get a background right there? How do I get this thing? I don't know how to get this thing. This is a nightmare. My whole life is a nightmare. I think hey Rory, I think the reason I'm doing this is to make people feel better about themselves. That they can see Louis Schaffer being so utterly incompetent. My own son has disdain for me now. He looks at me like I'm an idiot. And I am an idiot. I need to know what you think about tofu. Who is he? I'm against tofu, even though it is fermented and it does come from India. It's made of soybeans. How can you be in favor of that? We can discuss that later because I want to discuss food. Because what I'm trying to figure out some kind of structure or order for this, even though there's never any order. But I want to stress the most important things. I blame Columbus. You got to blame Columbus. And you look at him, he's such a reliable kid. He's such a good kid because he was raised by his mother. Not always, but then that I don't use that excuse. How do you? Here's a question. Hey you, 16 of us, we're on the wrong channel. How could it be the wrong channel? I don't know how that could be. So, do I disconnect that? Is that a YouTube channel? Is that this? This says notify. This is the YouTube thing. Maybe I'll just delete this YouTube thing. I'll delete this thing. I don't know what we're on. I don't know how there can be even two channels. I tell you, I'm so need help. I'm so willing to have my son just pour disdain on me for over this. I don't care. It's not embarrassing. Hey Joe, I'm now in a hurry. Why are you in a hurry? Okay, Andrew Graham. No, we all moving over to here. Thank you very much. I'm afraid to delete the over there. Maybe it won't be saved. The stream says the 18th of June. Well, that's something else. I thought I changed it. I thought I changed it. What is today? Today's the 21st. It's a Saturday. It's a Saturday. You're here not on the Saturday 4:30 queue. I thought that's what this is. That's what this is. Let me see if I can delete something. I just wanted to make it nice and neat. Nice and neat. I'm going to delete this. Yeah, Thursday. This, yeah, this is it. And this, it's just me. This is not the right one. Yeah, this is it. And this, you're totally right. There you go. Yeah, this is totally right. You're totally. I'm going to delete this. Ready? 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 Save. Add to queue. Delete. Queue. Delete. No. Queue. Delete. How do I delete this? Where does it say delete? Save. How do I delete this? Where does it say delete? Save. How do I delete? Maybe this is all I need to do. Save. Thank you very much, everyone. If you can't hear me, tell me. There's 25 people watching this stream, so I can't undelete the stream. Say delete. Save. It says 25 people are watching right here, but it says the Thursday. This is not right. This is not right. This is not right. Oh my God. Should I start again? What should I do? We can hear you. We can hear you. Can you see me? Don't delete it. Okay, I didn't delete it. Lewis, because I didn't figure out. Lewis, about to delete it. Don't delete it. Don't delete it. And I haven't figured out how to save this. I actually put in the 21st of June, and it didn't work. So do I just keep on doing it this way? I want to do the background of this. Here's the full screen. We're on the full screen. Okay. The stream says 18th of June. 18th of June. Lewis about to delete the entire internet. Yeah, it could happen. It could happen. You could press a wrong button. Who knows what's going on with Lewis Schaffer? We can hear you. Catherine Wilson, this is amazing. Hi, Catherine. Where are you from, Catherine? Have we spoken before? I don't think we have. Where's Catherine Wilson from? She just joined our thing. And Nonstick Nick. Hello, Lewis. We can hear you. Nonstick Nick is also a new listener. We've got 27 viewers so far. It says the wrong date. I apologize. I think I did an entire show with no sound, an hour, and it wasn't intentional, but people said it's intentional. Could you arrange? Could I arrange? How could I do that, Jedster? Anything can, does, and will happen. Yes. You liked my tweet last night about Anna. I liked Anna. She was nice, and thank you. But was that your Twitter name, Catherine Wilson? Was it Kate? I think it was Kate. Keep going. It looks good now. Okay, it looks good, but they still has that horrible date on the bottom, and people are not going to check in the right things. We're up to 30 people watching this thing. If you're in and you haven't commented on the chat, please comment on the chat. That's how I know. The most important thing for me is to be connected to people. That's why I do live stand-up, is to see people's faces, because otherwise I think you want to punch me and hit me. And bad. DD's Plectern. Hello, Lewis. DD Plectern. Do we know each other? Where are you from, DD Plectern? Where is DD Plectern from? I thought this was going to be okay because I can't really check it. Maybe if I press the editor, layout editor, studio mode. No. Studio mode. No. Overlays. Alert scene. I've lost the scene. Okay. Can you see this? Can you see what we're doing? All right. Anyway, so hello, Lewis. Where is DD Plectern from? He's from Plectrum. Where is that? A place in Britain that I don't know about? In some darkest borderline between Wales and Gloucestershire or something. Plectrum. Maybe not fiddled with anything. Okay, I shouldn't fiddle with anything. I want things to be good because I don't know. I want things to be good. People say, Lewis, you're acting this way. You actually don't believe you're as crap as you say you are. I kind of do. But then sometimes I think I'm amazing. I guess that's all of us. Isn't that all of us? Armitage, thank you for coming in. He's a bit late, but that's okay because I'm starting a half an hour early because I'm going to I'm going to a thing, a horrible, sad, tragic thing at 6ish. I'm gonna have to leave by 6, and a friend of mine, a friend of my wife's, who had 2 children, and one of them died last year at the age of 22 or something. Okay. There is still 12 over on the other one. Well, how do I get onto the other one? I don't even know. Is the other one on YouTube? Could that be on YouTube? Let me see if that's on YouTube. Louis Schaffer. I'm just checking on YouTube. YouTube, Louis Schaffer. And so my friend, her son died. Her son died of a bad thing. Oh, I see. This is so. There was 2 of them. This one I'm gonna delete. This says upcoming, but it says 4:30 p.m. But isn't today the 21st of June? Which one of these is the right one? Look at how handsome I am. 9 waiting. Live stream 13th day. I'm going to delete this. I think. I don't even know how to delete it. Do you know how to even delete it? Why don't even I know how to delete something? Edit video. We are all on the wrong one. No, you're not. Most of whatever you're watching on this Louis Schaffer live stream is not the right one. I don't think. Let me see how I can delete this thing. Undo. Delete. Okay, we're deleting this. Okay, I understand deleting this. Okay, there we go. Okay, I think I've done the right thing. At least I hope I have. X Pro. Everything is good. Okay, we're back here. We're up to 33 people. Hi, Andrew. Zach T is somebody new. Where is Zach T from? Thank you for joining us. Okay. It's the longest day today. Yes, it is. It's the longest day. Well, every time I do these things, I think this is the longest. Not the beginning until we get going, until we start talking to each other. Lewis, says Zach T. Where is Zach T from? Where is Plectum, too? You Brit by living in Vancouver. Well, Vancouver is very similar, I guess, in terms of weather to the coast of Scotland. Bonjour, Nottingham. Thank you, JDM, for saying he's from Nottingham. Yeah, I've never been to Vancouver, but they say it's really nice. Unfortunately, it's filled with like left-wing Canadians. I'm sorry. Did you ever consider a job at a nuclear missile silo, Lewis? I'm hoping no. I feel. Are you saying I'm like what's his name? What's the program? Like that guy. Oh my God, I hope I'm not losing my mind. But Bart Simpson, he worked in a nuclear power plant. So it's the longest day of the year today. And that's basically, that's the weird thing about the world. It's on an angle and it has an oblong circumference, I don't know if that's the right word, around the sun. Non-stick Nick from Bristol. Well, my son went to Bristol. Homer Simpson, right. Homer Simpson is the other guy. Homer Simpson is, that's his name. What about Homer McDonald? Anybody know Homer McDonald? You should Google that guy. That guy's amazing. I think he's dead now. But, so this is the day that the Earth is the closest it is. Believe it or not, we could be really far away during the summertime or the wintertime. I don't know that much about this. Hi, Lewis. I'm doing the carnivore diet also. It's great. I feel good. Yes. It's not going to cure everything, and it's a lot of work. And I hope it's not hurting anybody. I shouldn't recommend it because I'm not a doctor. You could come after me and say, Lewis, you told me you were a doctor. I'm not a doctor. We got 38 viewers coming in here. Jay Evans, Bristol's. He's also from Bristol. I love Bristolians. I really like the town Bristol. I really like it. And my son was there. I'd go to my son, and I had my birthday dinner. We went to Five Guys, and we got pizza. And then we got pizza. So that was really good. It's a good place for pizza. Bristol, and for drinking too. I don't really drink that much, but it's good just hanging out with my son. I'm very, very lucky that I've got two that my sons love me. Columbus is not here today. He's gone off with his friends, which is good. It's good to know he's got off with his friends. And I was a bit cruel yesterday. What I said, it's anybody who's got a parent knows how hard it is to be a parent. Okay, are you a flat Earth believer? No, well, because it's a bit hilly in Nuthead, so I'm not a flat Earth believer. Are you not a Bristols? Bristol cities is rhyming slang. Oh yeah, I know what that means, Bristol cities. But I want to apologize to the women. Maybe make a note of this. Anybody who's a parent, it's very hard to be a parent, and there'll be times when your kids are just not as good as you want them to be. And they can come after you and say, "Oh, they've got a disease. Your kids are bad because they've got a disease." When it just might not be the right time, or they might be bad kids, or you may be messed up. And I messed up with my kids. I don't want to say that because if you meet them, you're gonna say, "My kids are lovely," maybe, or maybe you'll meet them on a bad day. But so that's what I think about being a parent. I bought a book. That made me a better parent. I had a couple of books because I didn't know anything because I'm a guy, because we're not supposed to know anything. And I think, especially with women, and women are horrible, they're not horrible, but with women, we have, you're sort of taught that you are born knowing how to be a mother. And, no one knows how to be a mother, especially now when there aren't enough babies around. Back in the day, people had 10 kids, right? 10 kids. And so you were probably changing somebody else's nappy. That's not necessary to change nappy, but you learned how to take care of kids when you were 2 years old or 5 years old. Yeah, we're not, Lewis. We're winging it too. Yes, women have to wing it. But because women are told you're everything and you're smarter than men, you don't have to read a book. But we have to read a book. And I read a few books and I really studied it because that's what I am. Willem Millum. Who is Willem Millum, Lucy? Who is Willem Millum? Willem Millum. So nonstick Nick. So that's what I'm saying. Because yesterday because I believe what I believe. I shouldn't talk about what I believe because it bothers a lot of people. It makes it seem like I'm being cruel on them. I mean, I don't think I'm being cruel. I remember being in my mom's womb. Yeah. Do you? Can you? Is that possible to believe you're in your mom's womb? Do we believe that? Lewis should host a call-in show. Well, in a way, this is a call-in show without hearing your voices. That's why I rely on you people to actually say things. This is kind of a call-in show. We've got 38 people in. I'd like to do a call. I'd like to have a show where people come in and I see them and, and that kind of thing. I mean, it's very hard. I can't do comedy in a darkened room where I'm looking out at blackness and I've got to remember this script and I can't see people. So, sounds claustrophobic. Okay, will there be another calendar? Well, you know what? I have to call up the other Lucy who did the last calendar, but I'm not social enough, but I should call her up so she could watch this thing. Call-in show. Lewis loves it. Loves it. Could be that. I remember Lena Lovitch. Do you remember her? Lena Lovitch. She was like an American. We thought she was English. She was so cool. From the late 1970s, from the punk era. A couple of great songs there. Oh, it was a different Lucy. Well, there's this Lucy here, and then there's the Lucy who designed the calendar, did a great job. To Lucy Lewis. Yeah, well, they're both beautiful. Yeah, I hope they're beautiful. I can't tell. They are beautiful. I remember being I'm not going to finish that out of respect for Jay Evans's mom. I don't know what that means exactly. Hold on, should I close my window? I don't know if I should close it. There's not much traffic at where we are, but it could be a little bit. Lucky Number, that's Lena Lovitch. That was a brilliant song. I like brilliant, brilliant song. Lucky Number. I remember that song. That's the age I am. Was born in 1957. So I came of age in 1975, 18. In America, 18 is of age. I guess whatever age means. And then I listened to that, and one of the many songs. And I listened to lots of songs up until the 90s. And I don't listen to much new music now, but I listen to lots of music. Anyway, so I want to say I'm sorry to all the parents out there. It's really hard to be a parent. The most important thing about being a parent is making sure your kid doesn't die, because it's horrible. And my friend lost a child and a year ago, and now this is the anniversary of it, of like a party. Echo Beach, wandering inside. Is that yeah? That's another classic from that time. All right, we're up to 40. So and it's not just a mother thing. I'm almost crying. I almost cried yesterday. I think I cried yesterday. Hey, Lewis, did you meet that panelist lady's husband after the Patrick Christie show the other night? Everybody knows not to worry about Lewis Schaffer. I'm one of those guys that husbands feel comfortable around me because they can look into my eyes and they can tell that I'm not gay, but yeah, Martha and the Muffins. Yeah, that was that time. It was a bit later. I think Martha and the Muffins was like the early 80s, but it was a good time. My Lucky... they know. So if you're a guy, you bring your wife around. Lewis Schaffer will not steal your wife. But that doesn't sound believable to say that. Do you think, am I the kind of guy who would steal? I've never... I probably have, some girl on holiday where she... maybe she mentioned a couple of times she had a husband back in him. I don't know what the story is. I hope I don't. B-52, that's another great, great, great band, the B-52s. They're good times. He will try, laugh. I'll try to steal. I don't know. I just thought she was, the thing is, she was age viable for Lewis Schaffer. She was age viable, And I'm at the age now where I'm more willing to love. That's another thing we're going to discuss. That's the Lewis Schaffer show. So there's lots of great music out there. And I think the people who listen to this show, Rock Lobster, fantastic. I remember being at the bar, Adolph's, down the road at Bard College. I went to Bard College. Can you believe that? Those are amazing times to be a white guy like me. Louis Lovich is an old punker. I wouldn't call myself a punker, but I saw Richard Hell and the Voidoids. I saw The Clash. I saw Elvis Costello. I loved the Sex Pistols. So The Damned. I was into it. Lewis Schaffer. Lewis, sorry, late to the party, Ian Lomas. That's all right. Are you the Ian Lomas that I know? That I know from working? How do I know? Do I know you? But thank you very much for coming in. Yeah, am I an old punker? Yeah, punk rock music was brilliant because it was a revolution, and I'm basically a revolutionary. Time to throw out the old ideas. Are you a fan of comedian Adam Ray? I don't know him. Which is your favorite character, like Dr. Phil? I don't think I've ever seen Adam Ray. I'll write down his name and maybe look his name up. I never saw him. Adam Ray. Is he a New Yorker? Remember, I left New York 25 years ago. I saw The Clash in 1984 in Portsmouth. Unforgettable. I saw incredible. They were really musical. They were brilliant. But Bust a Blood Vessel. That should be my name because my blood pressure is so high. But it's not as high today. It's high. It's always between 165 and 195. It's always high. King Crimson, big in the U.S. No, King Crimson was not. I was not a big King Crimson fan. That was like a bit before my time. I wasn't a Led Zeppelin fan either. That was stuff I did not. I wasn't that into that. How about goth music? What is goth music? You mean like Black Sabbath and stuff like that? The answer is not really. Not really, no. I mean, at the time, probably. Bad Manners with Bust a Blood Vessel, the Can. I'm not familiar with that, Andrew. It was the best time for music, late 70s, early 80s. Yeah, Bauhaus is goth. ELO. Well, yes, I liked ELO is the kind of music we used to hear on the radio. I was not a big ELO fan. It was maybe in the jukebox down the road at Adolph's of Bard College, and so we used to listen to it. But ELO, he was great. He was great. I liked him a lot as a person, especially later on. I watched a lot of video. 100%. That's what you're saying to JDM. But so we've apologized to the parents. If I can leave you with my own thought about this, not that I know, but the most important thing you can do with a child is spend time with them. Even if you're beating them, it's better to beat them than to ignore them. It's better to beat. That's a Louis Schaffer quote. It's better to beat them to ignore. You shouldn't beat your kids, but you should pay a lot of attention. Mike Oldfield from Wales is my favorite. Well, I love that song. I didn't like the movie because it's a very Christian-y movie, but I love that song, and I've seen the video about Mike Oldfield and how the Virgin guy was involved. But that's another one, yeah. But so we have to give people love, and we have to give babies love. And the more attention we pay to babies when they're babies, the less time we have to pay when they're adults, right? Make sure you're on Louis Schaffer Twitter. Make sure you sign in to this, to whatever this is. I've got to put a subscribe thing on. How do you subscribe? Are you watching on YouTube? Mark Thorosian. He's half Armenian, and I apologize to the Armenians. Hello, hi Louis. Slightly off topic, but who is your favorite comedian? Who remembers? If you give me a name, I'll tell you whether I like him or not. But Amarak, Steely Dan. Well, what university, what college did they go to? They went to my school. I loved Steely Dan. Do I love them as much as the type of music was great, but lots of them, it's this kind of this jazzy thing, which I was not into completely. Yeah. Wayne County and the Electric Chairs. I just saw a thing about them. Big Bill Burr is a great guy. He's a good guy. He likes me. He's a good guy. What was it like working with John Cleese? It was brilliant, really. It was brilliant. I mean, it's John Cleese. I didn't think about it in the beginning because I thought this is for British people. Then I realized my entire childhood was spent watching John Cleese. So what do you think it would be? It was good. It was like working. Someday people are going to maybe work with Louis Schaffer. What was it like to work with Louis Schaffer? I'm not John Cleese. Omadorn for me. Is that some sort of Omadorn? Is that a band or is that a masturbation technique? We're doing music. I mean, music is, the British people find, I think, music more important than Americans do. Well done on pronouncing my name correctly. I enjoy Larry David. As I do too. I'm kind of like a Larry David, I would say. Not that I'm trying to be Larry David. I mean, he came after my time. Groucho Marx roast of Johnny Carson. I didn't see that, but I love Groucho Marx. Groucho Marx lived in my hometown home area of Great Neck, Long Island, New York. Okay? Dude, I like Johnny Carson. I like him a bit more now. At the time, I just thought it was so dull. It was like so breathtakingly dull. And he was very Midwestern and concerned. And then later on, he became a bit wilder. Let's not forget Dave Chappelle, funny and on PC, yeah. Well, Dave Chappelle tried to get me fired from my job at the Boston Comedy Club when I was like pulling a Josh Howie and trying to be super professional when I just should have been a bit more relaxed. I'm going to stop mentioning what happened at Headliners. Anyway, Omadorn means idiot. It is also the best album for me. What album is that, Omadorn? From what band is that? Embassy Club. That's a type of cigarettes. Isn't that a type of cigarettes? I've lived here so long. I know the brands of cigarette. Is it a type of cigarette? Not that I smoke. So, that's to the parents. We can continue to discuss the music thing. I appreciate everybody who's in. If you're in and you haven't commented and said your name out, Ian Higgs, where are you from again, Ian? Just type it in. Hello, Lewis. Okay, hello, Lewis. Do you like Greg Gutfeld? He doesn't do anything for me. There's something I don't find. I'm trying to be. I like anybody who's authentic. And I don't know if Greg is that authentic. I think if he was given a left wing program, he'd be left wing. I'm just guessing. I don't want to say anything bad about him. I'd like to be on the show. I don't know. Ian Lomas is your chum. You missed his reply. What did he say? Where did he say? I did miss him. Where did he say? Is he my chum who I've done work with? Where is that? Sorry to be late for the party. Yes. Well, from where? From doing the acting thing? Because he was one of the. I mean, I made a couple of friends from, or people that I know and like when I see them. When I used to do a lot more show than I used to. He said yes. You can say yes, Lewis. I'm your friend. We worked together on I don't remember what films. We did a few films. Okay, you love Gutfield, Bo. Bo's allowed to. You could allow. I'm trying to be loving. Okay, we don't need headliners. We have this online with Lewis. Okay, and we need to get more viewers and subscribers for Lewis. Don't worry about it. I don't want people to say. I wouldn't want people to come online and say, "Oh, this is the guy you recommended," because that happens all the time. Where people go, you got to like Lewis. Can you? No, Greg has good guests, but I agree with Lewis that he lacks authenticity. You see, I hate even to say that because that's a horrible thing to say. Because I don't think that I have authenticity, and I'm trying to. You know what that old saying in comedy? If you can fake authenticity, you've got it made. Or if you could fake sincerity, you've got it made. What's the key to comedy? Faking sincerity. You've got it made. I'm not saying he's not authentic, but there's something. I tried to be loving. Has to be on your tombstone. Yeah, but I haven't tried that much. Because people who want to be loving try to be loving. Right? And they're successful. You know? So, yeah, my tombstone. It's great, Lewis. We are thoroughly enjoying these shows. Who are you speaking for, Andrew? Do you have Joodles there? Do you have Jedster there and Jay Evans there? Do you have Andrew Graham there? You don't know what the people are thinking. We don't know, but I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate that. I'm drinking a cup of tea. Hot tea on a hot day in Britain. That is me. Me and the team. Okay, good. Well, Claire is always a lover. She's always a good lover. And beautiful, what's her name, hasn't said anything. Lucy number 2 hasn't said anything. They're like, is this show therapy for you? I don't know if it's therapy for me, but it feels really good. And that's where I feel bad. In my opinion, Greg is the best modern satirist. A la Gilray. Is Gilray some British satirist? I told you I was ill. That's what's his name's on his tombstone. I told you I was gay. Yeah. Who is Gilray? A la Gilray. Spike Milligan, yeah. Spike Milligan. Gay. No, I'm not gay. I might be gay. I'm not gay. I don't want to say that I'm not gay because, who knows what someone will pull out that I will have to deny. What happened? What happened in the woods? In the woods at Bard. Anyway, those were different times. I was a college student. Eddie Rachel. What was that Spike Milligan? That Spike Milligan is the guy who said that. He was an 18th century caricaturist. Okay, well, those are good times for that because you couldn't really say what you were thinking. So they had all those. You had the guy who wrote Gulliver's Travels. Okay, that's the guy. Okay, I told you I was gay. You just said I told you I was gay. Well, I do tell people that I'm gay because you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't want to hurt a guy's feelings because men need love too. It's not just women who need to be told they're beautiful and that they're fanciable and that they're sexable. Men do too. If you go down to the woods today, you're in for a big surprise. Yeah, could be. Could be. Or maybe you'll be disappointed. The best part of this live stream is the brilliant script writing. Is there script writing in this thing? D.D. Plectum. Is this script? Is this script? Non-stick Nick. Is this script writing? Okay. No, he meant Spike. I told you I was ill. That's what I meant. Not I told you I was gay. I don't think Spike. I met Spike Mulligan's wife. She owns the #1 magazine in the country, which is the Private Eye, which is, I believe, that's the #1 magazine. The group is so talented. We are improvising. Ha ha. Yes. Because #1, you're English people, and you tend to be funny. You tend to be funny. And you're older, so we all know the same reference. You're good. You're all good. Poll. If you should do a poll, thank you for saying that, Slumber. Who would you sleep with? The world's most beautiful trans, or the world's most beautiful 100-year-old? Well, let's not be prejudiced against old people, because we're all getting old. And you know what? And even ugly people can be beautiful, and you could want to. I opted for assisted dying, and all I got was a lousy epithet. Right? Well, you knew you were going to die, so why didn't you come up with your own thing? Very funny, you. But that assisted dying thing is horrific, and that Richard Tice, who's the Reform vice chair, voted in favor of it. How could you be a Reform person and vote in favor of it? We stand for the living. I don't know whether we do. I know what I stand for. I don't want some Labor guy or a Tory telling me that, you're going to be put to death. What do you guys think about assisted dying? Because I thought when I heard that, I said, well, that's typical. That's typical. Lewis, I'm sorry I'm late. I was in the bath. Okay, thank you, Claire. Thank you, Claire. He did it as the new Reform, as somebody else did. I saw that. I saw Nick Dixon posted about that. Nick is so good. I can't post that because I'm afraid. I don't want to be too political. The funny thing is, I'll tell you anything. Hi, Kinsey. Is this Kinsey from America, Kinsey? Anyway, where is Kinsey from? Euthanasia is the medical procedure with the lowest rate of regret. Very good point. That's a good joke. It's a very high success rate. It's a very high success. Kinsey's from the UK. It's a great name, Kinsey. Are you a guy, Kinsey? The Kinsey Report. Does anybody know that? Is that anybody out there, if you're not happy, you can die like that. Just with a snap of your fingers, you could just decide. We have to choose life. I am choosing life. I'm 68 years old. I am not going to die. Hey, Kinsey, thank you for coming in. I love that name. That's a great name. I'm against it. Choose life, as you say. Against it. Against it. But they're trying to make it seem like they're helping people out. How horrible is it to know your family members are dragging you to be killed? Oh, my God. I wouldn't want that. And I know a lot of people who have kids. I have kids. I wouldn't want to be a burden on my kids. But I don't want them to be put in an awkward position where they're actually... I'm looking at them and thinking, these people want me dead. I don't want that. I'm choosing life too. We are choosing life. This is Team Life. Team Britain is we're fighting for our country, our city, our state, our neighborhood, our religion. We're fighting for us, okay? I'm pro-life. I'm also a woman. Listen to me. I can understand why people have abortions. I understand that. But it's not a good thing. You shouldn't be chanting out loud. It's not a good... It's a horrible thing. I won't tell you my abortion stories. Am I revealing too much information? I'm thinking this is all going to be, this is Louis Schaffer's life story. I'm pro-life. Thanks you, Kinsey. Yes. Okay, indeed, though Swift much earlier, Gilray was very much man of the time, 1790s. Hence Greg, worth a look at if both of you people don't know, shimmering lights on their time. Okay, I'm not going to be too negative. I would like to be on these people's shows, and you know what? People are doing the best that they can do. You're going to say, I don't like Louis Schaffer. Well, I'm trying. Believe it or not, I'm paying attention to what we're doing now. Deuteronomy 30:19. What does that say? Deuteronomy 30:19. Okay? That's what Ian Lomas says. Okay? It's so nice to catch you live. Well, I'm here. I'm looking at you. Kinsey, I'm looking right at you right now, like right in your eye. I'm saying, wow, it's really great you're here. Thank you very much. So that is about as live as you can get. Okay. So, I mean, that basically, it's what is it about the left? What is it about the globalists that want to kill us? They want us to not have children when children are important. They want us to not take care of our grandparents when our grandparents remember what this country was like. They don't want us to remember it. I never say that. I never say I don't like Louis Schaffer. Thank you, Crumpet. Thank you, Crumpet. I didn't see you join in there, but thank you, Crumpet. But look at me in my bathrobe, Louis. Stop it, Claire. You are married, and you missed the part where I said I would never. I would never. And most women, most women don't take me seriously anymore. They did take me seriously at one time. They don't take me seriously. So in order for you to have sex with Louis Schaffer, you will literally have to jump on top of me and say, yes, we're going to have sex. Let's go right now. Okay? That's what happens. But I want to get back to this thing about abortion, right? And the thing about what do we talk about? Assisted dying, is that the globalists want us to kill our children. My husband says it's okay. All right, well, thank you very much. I don't believe men. Laughing Saturn. Come on, you two, get a room. Well, she'll have to get a room. She'll have to pay me. We'll have to bring her husband there, and he might have to watch. Or I might watch it then. I'm sounding really dirty. I don't agree with assisted dying at all. Thank you, Kinsey. Does anybody here believe it? If you believe in it, make a case for it. I won't hate you because you believe in it. Have you ever used any dating app like Tinder? Yes, I did when my girlfriend left me 3 years ago. I did, or 4 years ago. There must be some good stories. I have a couple of good stories. I met two girls. One girl, we went for a walk in Beckenham Place Park. And Lewis had question time, yes and no. Yeah, be a great guest. I tell you what, I'd give you a run for that money. Anyway, on question time. Thank you very much, Alan. Good to see you. And yes, I can't tell that story right now, but I've been on Tinder. I've been on Hinge, and then I met a girl in Peckham Rye Park who had like 3 or 4 kids, young children. And I said to her, you better get back. She was a really pretty woman. And I said to her, you're beautiful, but you better get back to your husband. Because if you think there's happiness being a single woman, there's no happiness. If you think divorce, you're going to be happy in divorce. It's better to be miserable in marriage than a happy divorce. And I believe that. You should stay with the person as long as you can. You should be loving. Am I right about this? I promote love. I'm trying to be loving. I was trying to be loving. It's just easy in this day and age. The women want something more. The men want something more. Lewis on question time would be wonderful, says Laughing Saturn. Thank you. Does Saturn laugh? Is that the car or is that the planet? Agreed. Everybody. This is what Louis Schaffer believes. It's become like I'm like just spreading my beliefs, if you believe it. I believe in staying married, being married. This day I call the heavens and the earth as witnesses against you that have set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Now choose life, exactly, so that you and your children may live. Am Yisrael Chai. That's what I believe. Exactly. Choose life. Choose life. I'm married 25 years now. Too far into this thing to leave now. Exactly, Bo. Do not leave. Lewis, the gospel according to Lewis. Choose. You find anything you want to in the Bible, but choose life. Choose life. Fight for your country. Fight for your faith. Fight for your people. Fight for your town. Fight, fight, fight. I believe the children are our future. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I guess they are our future. But we need to appreciate our children, and we need to stop having them. We need to basically end schooling, end public schooling. Maybe if kids are 7 years old, you can send them to school, but not before that. How about Mormons and their multiple wives? Better or worse than one wife. The problem is every woman, every man that has two wives, there's at least one guy with no wife. Sunk cost fallacy of marriage. Lucy, yes, you could say that. What sunk cost is what she's, So they got, Kinsey has 19 years invested in marriage. And I say, and so Lucy says it's the sunk cost. We've put so much time in it, even if it's wrong. Let's keep on going. It's like you're on a path and you've gone the wrong direction, but you've already walked 1,000 miles in the wrong direction. You shouldn't turn around. And maybe because the world is circular, maybe there is no such thing as a sunk cost. Maybe just keep on going. Okay, me and my partner, 22 years I've developed a level of deafness. She loves repeats. Yeah, well, women, that's the thing. They love to talk, as I do. That's why this is a special thing. You're actually paying. Choose Lewis. Choose me. Yeah, excellent. Slipstream Max. What has Slipstream Max said? I missed him. Peter Hitchens. Parliament has voted to abort the elderly. Yes, Peter Hitchens, huge fan of Peter Hitchens during the COVID thing, when they were killing people with murder, the idea of giving people untested, quote unquote, vaccines weren't even vaccines. And he was against it, and I was against it too. And and we weren't allowed to hear it. And he spoke out. And God bless the Daily Mail for allowing him to be on the air. Okay, future until nose ring. Until nose ring. What does that mean, Slumbert? Somebody passed Claire the bromide. She likes wild men, Claire. When you meet me, I'm not particularly wild, and I'm not wild anyway. So that's the thing. I hope we're against assisted dying. Is it right for me? Shouldn't I be more balanced? That's the problem with GB News. They've been told they've got to be balanced. Who's going to speak out in favor of assisted dying? No, it's murder. If you're in favor of it, you're in favor of murdering the elderly. It's abortion for the elderly. Not that I like the elderly. I don't. I'm old myself. No one likes the elderly. But you don't kill them. My wife is also on this chat, but I'm not telling you who it is. Who it is. All right. So you've basically asked for trouble. Hi, Lewis and friends. Lynn Carson's there. Thank you, Lynn. Anyway, to hell with balance, says Joodles. You do too. What does that mean? Correct, Lewis. What is correct? What am I being correct? Children of the future until they get nose rings. Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not a big fan of tattooing either. But it's an honor to care for our parents when they get older. Look after them. Don't kill them, yes. I'm also in favor of punctuation, Bo. But yeah, the BBC certainly not balanced. Exactly. They are the spokespeople for the globalists. And look at King Charles. I know, he's our king. We believe in the king. He doesn't care for us. He cares for Britain. Not even Britain. He cares for the world. Bromide, they use to put in that poison gravy. I don't know what bromide is. That's not going to stop Lewis from flirting with her. No, it's not. It's going to open it up. And I like flirting with women who are married because they're married, and the answer is no. So it's a little bit of excitement. Punctuation, Andrew Graham, exactly right. BBC are a pure waste of time. They're worse than that. They are on our enemy's side. They are our enemy. I shouldn't talk like this. I'm not a resident here. They're going to come knocking on my door for calling the BBC an enemy. Should I call them an enemy? I swear you need to get over glasses, Lewis. You need to put on some glasses and put them on your face. Why? Because it looks like I can't read. It's a very small type here. I could probably read it, but I'm getting a bit closer. Do I need glasses, Joodles? Okay, Chris Walken speaks with no pronunciation. I never thought of that, but that could be funny. Okay, calm down. You are all worked up today, Lewis. Tell us a joke quick. I don't have a joke. Oh my God, why do you ask for that? That's horrible. I went to see Lewis in glasses. When was this? When did you see me in glasses? Me too, Lou. Well, you can Google Louis Schaffer. You can see me in glasses. And if you take your glasses off, everybody, take your glasses off. We do not need glasses. Look in the distance, and the world would become less blurry. I'm pretty far away from the screen. I'm like, can you see how far away I am from the screen? On the screen. John Lennon glasses. He didn't wear his glasses on stage. He took his glasses off. Though the guy from the other guy who played the guitar, the Venture guy, he wore glasses. Point proved over and over again. What is the point prove? Ray-Ban glasses. I used to wear Ray-Ban glasses, but you know how expensive they are. I'm going to Google how expensive Ray-Ban glasses are. Let me Google how expensive Ray-Ban glasses are. Okay? How expensive is Ray-Ban? Oh, you know what? Can you see you can't see the screen. Sorry. Can somebody do a price on Ray-Ban glasses? 50 up. I think them way more than 50. I think they could be 250 Ray-Ban glasses. Too expensive for real ones. Try wearing monocle. Yeah, that'd be like, I think like Simon Evans could wear that, but not me. I took my bloody glasses off, and then you told me about punctuation. Laugh out loud. You should, don't blame me, or please don't blame me. I can't handle it. We got 52 viewers, which is like amazing, which is like so good on a Saturday afternoon. Who's home? I don't want you to stop misreading everything, though, Lewis. It's the funniest thing in the world. I wouldn't say it's the funniest thing. Groucho Marx glasses. Well, he wore glasses because why are people who wear glasses funnier than people who don't wear glasses? Because they're readers. You need glasses because if your world is right here, okay, can you see how close that is? You're not going to be able to see over there. So you have to move your world as far away and back and forth. Back and forth. Okay. Ray-Bans typically range in price from 150 to 500 pounds. Yes, it's that much money. And that's a Ray-Ban glasses. But like, so you go in to get prescription glasses. And unless you're like me, I was given glasses by Oliver Peoples. But they cost, hundreds and hundreds of pounds if you want to be cool and on TV. Screen went smaller for you. I don't know. It's quite possible that they did. Let me just see. Maybe it's over here. I'll make it a bit bigger. I'm making this a bit bigger. Hold on a second. That's... Oh, okay. Oh, my God. Top chat. I mean, I'm just messing with the screen. I'm messing... You know what? This is bad. I'm not reading the screen right now. I wish you could talk to me so I could do other things while I'm doing this. We're all trying to retrain our eyes. Thank you, Rachel. That's one of the things that Louis Schaffer believes in. Retraining our eyes. You're exactly right. Your eyes aren't broken. They've been trained to see to hear because you were in school reading horrible books of lies that these teachers have proposed. Right? Here we go. Okay. We can't see your screen, Louis. Just blackness and a tiny Louis Schaffer in the corner. That's not right. Here, how about this? Is that bigger? Claire agrees with you. No glasses. I brought some Ray-Bans from a bloke on the beach in Greece for like $15. Yeah, we've all done that. Who hasn't done that stuff? We're all trying to retrain our eyes, says Rachel. Kinsey's another great name. These are great names for people. Sean Locke was beautiful. What about Sean Locke? He was very funny too. Good tattoo to have. Do not euthanize me. Exactly. But what are they doing? They're euthanizing us with the BBC and the evil lies that they tell. They're euthanizing our children at school, teaching us that it's okay. It is okay to be gay. You want to be gay. But it's not good for the nation to have too many gay people. They should force people to be married. And if they want to be gay, they could go off on a weekend to something like Brokeback Mountain. But women need love. How many women out there would say, I don't need love? You need love from a good guy who's paying attention to you. And that's what Louis Schaffer did not do. Joe Sanders is back in the room. Joodles is sorted. 57 people. That's amazing. And so we need to give each other love. I've tried to be loving. I was not loving to the mother of my children, and I really regret that. And my kids have suffered from that. That's being a bad parent, because I was Happy Pride Month. No, they should not be out in the street. Gay people, because not everybody's gay, and how many people stop being gay? And why are people gay? Gay is good if you want to be gay. It's not something you don't cheer a sexual thing. And trans thing, no. And maybe people are going to hate me. Don't hate me for being trans. Everybody wants to dress up as a girl. Everybody wants, or a boy. Everybody, but you don't do that to children. You don't. I saw the images that Graham Linham sent us. Did you see that? I couldn't even repost it. They were so horrible. But will they? Will they? You know, you want you don't you. Well, hold on a second. I don't know how many people are watching this. I can't tell. I can't tell what our numbers are. What are the numbers of the people? What are the numbers? I can't tell. What numbers do I press anyway? 55. That's brilliant. It's really brilliant. The numbers have been like this. It's such a narrow range of people watching. 55, 60, 55, 60. Each to their own, but I don't need it pushed towards me. Yes, exactly. You don't need it. What we need people who are told you've had a kid, you've lost your body shape, you don't want to have sex anymore, it's costing you money, the kids are irritating, but you're helping society if you raise them properly. They also need to be told if you don't have kids, we love you too. We need more love for everybody. You know? Am I becoming anti-gay? I hope I'm not. Does this perceive me to be anti-gay? Because I am not I'm just anti-open in your face gay. Okay? That's what I'm saying. Openly in your face gay. So we're against assisted dying. We're against abortion. We are against homosexual. What have I become? I can't believe I've become this way. I've become a hit the like button. Yes, everybody hit the like button. Hit the like button, number one. Number two, hit the subscribe button. I don't have any of that information on my screen. I don't know why I don't have any information like that on my screen. I don't know what I have here. Okay, I got the time, but I don't have any people who are watching it. How many people does it say who's watching it? Lucy, take back the rainbow. No, the rainbow is such an ugly image, and their trans image is so ugly, without a doubt ugly, that it reminds you what an ugly concept it is. 54, 55, thank you, Joe, brilliant. It's really bad, and the people that are promoting it don't even believe in it. And how you could do that to a young person, you know, I'm even against circumcision now, and I'm not going to say that I'm circumcised. Of course I'm circumcised. But I'm against it. And I'm a Jew. I'm against it. I'm against circumcision. Labor to announce a posthumous knighthood for Dr. Harold Shipman in King's Honors List, Starmer says. Starmer says, it is right that we honor Dr. Shipman, who was so ahead of his time. Very, very funny. Yeah. Dr. Shipman, horrible guy. Horrible guy. Killed all those old people. And they did nothing about it. They did nothing. So subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. Because if we get to 1,000, that'll really make my day. Also, viewing figures after the live show have been between 500 and 600 views daily. I'd like to have millions, but that's really great. Considering what have I done? What are you laughing your arse off, Lucy? What are you? I need to know what Lucy's thinking. She's a good thinker. Mark, joke. 2 Polish pilots land a plane. Is this a Polish joke? Because they land a plane. They hit the runway, and immediately they come to the end of it, frantically apply the brakes. Plane stops. One pilot says, "Man, that was a really short runway." Okay, it's not a Polish joke, but it's saying they had long enough to land if they just applied the brakes. Circumcision, the first time Lewis lost weight. Yeah, it's really hard to lose weight, and that's the issue number. That's the thing that I forgot about, which is also we are going to be thin. We need to be thin and beautiful. Everybody laughing at Big Steve. What did Big Steve say? Did I miss Big Steve? What did Big Steve say? Oh, hold on. What did Big Steve say? Hold on a sec. I'm trying to get up here. Uh-oh. This is not moving. My thing is not moving. What did Big Steve say? Big Steve, write it again. I can't get the thing to move. Maybe it'll move now. Okay. This thing is not moving. my top chat is not moving. Okay, hold on. It's chat box. Maybe that's is the chat box. I can't even read the chats now. Where is my son? Where is my son? I don't get it. The joke basically is we could have stopped the plane from laughing, from crashing, if we had put the brakes. I think that's what it means. I'm not sure that's what it means. I don't have a great sense of humor for that kind of stuff. I wish I did. I wish I try to laugh. I don't laugh. The Harold Shipman joke. Yeah, very funny, Big Steve. Are you fat, Steve? You got to lose the weight. We all have to lose the weight. That's the next section of this show. So we agree. Assisted dying, really bad. Maybe we need to write somebody a letter. Okay, I read it about Shipman. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Lucy. Okay, at least someone's paying attention, Mark. Yes, he's half, whatchamacallit, Armenian. And we need to fight for the Armenians. Buy a lot of different vegetables, Mick, for the fridge. And buy a lot of spices. Why? Why would I buy vegetables? Big Fat Steve. From now on, you're not even big. You're Handsome Steve. That's what we're calling you, Steve. Handsome Steve. Kinsey was fat. What did you do to lose the weight, Kinsey? I'm out of here. Peace. Thank you, Jay. I'm not going to say goodbye when anybody leaves. Armenia is half Armenia now. Yeah, because they took over. The Azeris took over, who were fine. They're allowed to have their own country. But, that whole area used to be a Christian country, a Christian area. All of Palestine, all of the Jewish, was all tons of Christians. I stopped eating bad food and start eating healthier. Well, that's totally vague. What does that mean? I want to hear exactly the types of food. We're not saying, here's my rule. I'm not saying goodbye. If anybody wants to leave, don't say bye. Don't say bye. Just, I'll see you. We'll see you again. Okay. Why was it a Polish joke? We're not doing Polish jokes. I mean, we don't do Polish jokes. I don't know. In America, that's the bad food. You eat rabbit food. What is rabbit food? Oh, you eat green stuff. Well, you can lose weight by green stuff, but then you wind up with gout, other kinds of arthritis. You don't want to have that. Tofu, I ate tofu and it messed my kidneys up. I would not recommend tofu. It's better than eating just plain soybeans. Okay. Protein in vegetables and salad. Okay, it sounds good. Anybody who knows Louis Schaffer knows that I do not eat vegetables. I don't even know what a vegetable is anymore. And we do not eat salad. We do not eat any green leaves. Louis, I like and share this feed. But how do we avoid drawing in the wrong crowd? Well, I don't know. Maybe the only way we draw in the wrong crowd is by controlling the chat, making sure the chat is filled with the good people. I haven't spoken to anybody who's not nice on this thing. No one has said anything bad to me. So that's how we do it. We do it by being nice. I'm coming across as I'm a phony because I'm not a nice person. I'm not a nice person. I mean nice things. I try to be nice. I'm a bit nicer now. I've made girls cry. I don't want to do that anymore. You once did eggs and chicken and steak and also lost a lot of weight, over 4 stone, but it was very harder than on my current diet. Well, how many stones do you weigh now? How tall are you? Lucy, have you seen the latest fad diet, the sugar diet? Yes, I have. And it's a lie. It's a lie. You could lose weight any way if you restrict your calories. And I think with a sugar diet, people feel like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm eating all the things I couldn't eat. I started on my weight loss plan by following Penn Jillette, where he proposed that diet. He didn't propose it, but the guy, I don't remember the guy's name. He's the vegan guy. You pick one food, and he picked potatoes, and he just ate only potatoes. Fried potatoes, boiled potatoes, baked potatoes, all different kinds of potatoes. And you just get so bored of eating potatoes. Okay? Oh, you're 11 stone, and you're 5'8". That sounds about right. You could lose a bit of something, but you're a tall girl. I like that. And I'm not done. We'll keep on going. And so I started that diet, where I was eating just potatoes. Yeah, but no, they didn't even have potatoes. It was a fantasy for the art. They didn't have potatoes, Lucy. Okay, Penn looks amazing. He was a big guy. He was super fat, and I thought to myself, maybe I'll try this. And he was always eating Teller's food because Teller wouldn't speak up. Okay, sorry. I could say that because I'm Irish. Yeah, you could say, yeah. The whole truth about the potato famine is the reason the people died is because they didn't have the British system where only one child got all of the estate. So they were constantly dividing the land into smaller and smaller plots. So it turned into a tragedy for the Irish people. But it also turned into something great for America because they all left to go to America to make America better. So I was eating potatoes, and I just thought to myself, does potatoes have enough good stuff in it? And I didn't know anything about good stuff. I didn't know what a carbohydrate was. I didn't know what the types of where you can get the food, carbohydrates, proteins, or fats. I didn't know the difference between a fat and an oil. And I just thought this is not right. So because I didn't think it was right, I started to investigate until I came across basically the low carb diet. The guy what's his name? I forget his name. And that's what I did. But you could lose weight if you count your calories. Go put an app on the machine. I love potatoes, boiled, fried, steamed. I love potatoes too, but they're very low in nutrients. They have like 3% protein. So how many? In order to get 15% protein, you've got to eat 5 times as much. So you've got to eat bushels of the thing, and then you've got to cook it. You can't eat it raw. When you speak to other people from New York, do they think you kind of sound English? A lot of times they do. They do, but they also, because I use all the English words. A lot of the English words. That's a good question, Premium. Thanks for coming back. Good to see you, Lucy. You could say that. So agreed. Chip shop chips. Well, you can make it. I had chip shop chips the other day because there's a guy who worked down the chip shops where he's Elvis. Just like he swore to, there's a guy, he swore to me that you'd be true. Well, that's that song. You know that song. It's rude just to walk away, Lewis. These are lovely people. Good manners cost nothing. So you're saying they should say bye. They should say bye. How many people are I don't have a list of how many people are following us now. How many people are following us now? I don't know. So I don't like when people say goodbye because then other people hear bye-bye and they think maybe I should leave. Maybe I've taken up Lewis. 55 people. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Laughing Saturn. Thank you, Kinsey. 55 people. We've maintained 55 the entire show. That is amazing. That 55 people have been watching it. We've basically been getting between 135 and 160 people a show, different people coming in. But 55 people, 56. So if you say, hey, I'm leaving, people think, oh, I should leave. I should be leaving. I got something more important to do. So, we can debate that. I'm not going to hate you for saying I got to go, but you don't need to say you got to go. It also hurts me. I can't go up my feed, so I don't know what people are saying back in the day. So if I haven't commented on what you've said, do you prefer the word chips in England or in America, meaning crisps? Well, the problem is, can you win? If I say chips here, you go, oh, don't you use the word, whatever it is. Don't you use the word crisps? Or if I say crisps here, don't you use the word chips? Don't you say fries? You can't win. We speak different languages, but we understand each other. Okay? You're only going to grow, Lewis. Yeah, get fat. Yeah, you're only going to grow. The audience numbers will increase over time, I'm sure. Well, that's what they say. It's like football and soccer. I say football. People go, don't you mean soccer? And I go, no, I'm thinking football because I'm a Crystal Palace supporter. You're right. Okay, do you have good hair for 68? Do you use Minoxidil? No, I don't. I've got good genetics, number one. But also, a lot of things that causes baldness is a high-carb diet. That's why you shouldn't, if you want to maintain your hair, and it's not as good as it used to be. My hairline used to start here. I used to have to comb my hair up and brush it aside in order for me to see. But don't eat carbs. Do Americans call thick chips fries? Yes, they do. They don't call. They don't. Who knows? You know what? I haven't been there that much. So they could have changed their entire language because they go, "Oh, we like English people and their vaunted NHS. Why don't we have an NHS?" You know, Lewis always has good hair. Well, I'm pretty good. I'm not that hairy, and the rest of my body. I got a little bit of hair. But, you know, thank you very much. Pavement instead of sidewalk. Why should everybody speak the same language everywhere? Like they say. You know, why should every country be the same? So they don't play football in America, but they do now a bit. But that's what's good about America. You go to a baseball game. They shouldn't force baseball on British people or American football. Cow meat, okay. Remember, Premium says, remember we in England all use the correct words. That's why it's called English. What happens if you're Welsh? You're not English. What happens if you're Cornish? You might consider yourself English. Cow meat. What about cow meat? Chicken bird. I try not to eat chicken unless I'm out and I have fried chicken. Lewis, baldness is genetic. You can eat what you like, but if you're bald, you're bald. The answer to that point is no. Yes, maybe yes. I think do not have carbs. Do not have carbs. Carbs is the root of all evil. I believe that, Andrew. Okay. Hair is my best asset. Okay, yeah, go for it, Andrew. But Simon, aren't you married? Doesn't pasties mean something different? I think they're called pasties or pasties. Pasties are these things. I went to see The Graduate with I was like 12 years old. We were on holiday with my parents. We were upstate New York. It was so nice that they were so loving to each other. I love the difference. Yeah, it's fun. The little differences are fun. No, baby, yes. That's Louis Schaffer, yeah. Okay, Claire loves this too. I like pizza too much. I do too. But you can't have it every single day of the week or even 3. And you can't have too much of it. No, maybe, yes. Okay, yeah. Ha. I used to think my hairline was near my eyebrow. I used to think my hairline was near my eyebrows. Well, it was. Pasties. Is it pasties or pasties? Why do Americans call cakes pies? The fact is, because pies mean something different in this country. You've got meat pies. You've got meat pies, right? So that's why I think. We have better cakes in America. Big, fluffy cakes. Huge cakes. You're getting that here now, but you don't have it like we have it in America. We got cakes that are this tall, that are this wide. You get a slice that's like this size, that has like 1 billion calories. I saw a recipe on YouTube recently for bottomless pizza. What is that? Is that where like the tomato sauce is on the bottom, Lucy? Okay. You have pumpkin pie, yeah. Is pumpkin pie one of the best foods ever? Yeah. I mean, you have kind of that little bit here. He is making me lose weight, Joodles. Yeah, this should be, maybe we should call in and like a whatchamacallit, like a Weight Watchers, and I'll tell you how, whether you're fat or not. How, Mr. Croxton, how tall are you and how much do you weigh? And are you a man or a woman? And then I'll say something horrible to you. I'll say something horrible. It's a weigh-in, yes. Yeah, a weigh-in. A weigh-in to make you lose weight. A weigh-in. A weigh-in, yeah. Everybody, we should do that every single show. How much do you weigh? And I'll say, Joodles. I'll say this to Mr. Croxton. You need that. You all need to be. I mean, I've kept the weight off for 8 years, and that is a miracle, an absolute miracle. Okay. You can't get a decent steak pie in the States. That's exactly true. And a lot of steaks, you can't get it, I think he's 6'2", 15 stone. How many kilos is that? You're male, 46 years old. 15 stone. I would say you're still fat a bit. You're a bit fat. You feel a bit fat. You're a bit fat. Fat or Not slideshow starring Louis Schaffer. Yeah, put a picture up and ask if I'm fat. I've been a twiglet forever. Yes, you have, because you smoke cigarettes. Mr. Croxton, 210 pounds. Well, I weighed 220, and I was only 5'10". 5'10". Elvis Dobson, good to see you. You're 5'9", 145 pounds. I think that's probably reasonable. He's 6'2". He's tall. Yeah, he's tall. I see how excited you're getting by 6'2". Slow down writing. I think that was I hit menopause. Lewis, I have strep throat right now. Swallowing food and water is like swallowing broken glass. I'm losing weight, so much weight now. I have recommended strep to all. Exactly, diseases. So Claire C is 52 kilo, 5'10". Yeah, you're slender. Yeah, I love that. I love that. I'm sorry, I love that. So if you got to, even people who I say I'm going to love forever, if you're fat, I'm not going to love you. I'm going to try to love you. I'm always going to like you, but try not to be. 6'4", 275 pounds. I don't know. Yeah, that's a bit. I'm a big mess, is what it is, Andrew. Lucy. She's got a great personality, but you're fat, Lucy. Kiss me. Kiss me, Galacticus. Okay. Have you ever tried a 72-hour water fast? All the health. I've been able to fast for about 30 hours. That was about 5 years ago. I mean, I fast at night. I go to sleep about 12, and I wake up at 12. That's 12 hours. Okay. A MacArthur Park song's about losing a good cake, and the recipe is gone. Because Americans love a piece of cake. And I think if you Google, I don't know if I saw this live, Jackie Mason talking about the way the Jews love a piece of cake. They love it, and the Italians, they love a piece of cake. Or, other groups like alcohol. Have you met the pub landlord? Yes, I have. He is, Al Murray is amazing. Amazing. And he trashes British people the way he pays attention to British people, which is what I like. Because British people need to be paid attention to. Pub landlord. Okay. Let's see. I love to go to America, but the flight time is an issue for me. Why is it an issue for you? How does that work? What does he say? Pub landlord. MacArthur Park. Someone left my cake out in the dark. Yeah, fantastic song. That song used to be in the Beetlejuice, MacArthur Park. Yeah. It was written by the guy who wrote all those great songs. Back off Brussels. What about Brussels? They don't want us to back off Europe, you mean? Because it's only 7 hours on the plane. And we have phones. Back in the day, you used to fly Virgin Atlantic in order to get something on your screen in the front. You remember that? I don't fly very much anymore. I'm afraid they won't let me back in the country. Basically. Hold on a second. What time is it? Oh, my God. No, yeah. Let's see, only. Richard Harris, yeah, he was great. Made it before Donna Summer. Donna Summer was great, too. She stopped singing all those songs because she became a Christian. I mean, maybe she's right. Mr. Croxton, nothing but water for 72 hours. Very good for your health. Yeah, I think it probably is. Richard Harris was great. British people, great. British people have done more good things for the world, and now people are being blamed. Those countries that have done nothing good for the world. They've given nothing. I don't want to say bad things about it. Okay, so we've said we're against assisted dying. Reform should be against assisted dying. We are against abortion. What else are we against? What else are we in favor of? Deuteronomy. We're choosing life is what we're doing. Okay. We invented America. Yes, you did. That's why Britain is the greatest country in the world. You're Andy Murray's mom. You invented Andy Murray. You invented America. So I'm going to give you a great big thank you for what you did. And you left when we asked you to leave. You didn't fight us that much. You walked out. And you left us to our own devices to be more successful. And Britain maybe will come back when we realize that Keir Starmer is killing this country. I don't know if he is. Okay. We were missing the newspaper prices. I'm not buying any newspapers. All the news you need is with Louis Schaffer. Newspapers too expensive. Yeah. They're actually cheap for the amount of information you get, but there's a lot of garbage news. Basically, you read the newspaper to find out what they want you to believe, not what you should believe. The Boston Tea Party, yeah, it was great. Jimmy Webb also wrote Wichita Lineman. Thank you, Lucy, for the information. She's fantastic. She's fantastic. She's the newspaper prices did make me laugh. And, somebody screaming at me, don't read the newspaper prices. I mean, that's what, you got to know how much you're paying for the newspaper. Is it worth it? Just saw Natasha and Debbie with Pub Landlord. Who is Natasha and Debbie? Wasn't using my glasses. You could tell, laugh out loud. So there's that. I woke up today, I weighed 80.2 kilograms, which is 2.2, which is 160, which is 177 pounds, which is about 12 and a half stone. And I was once 12 and a half stone, I was once 16 stone. So we can all do it. But who's fighting for the Apache, the Navajo, the Comanche? Yeah, they should fight for themselves. I'm not going to join them in their fight because they're not me. And I believe in America. I feel bad for them. I've never forgotten someone describing Sam Smith as a smashed cake in the rain. Okay, I was 108 kilograms, but previously 116 Maltese Phil. Yes, but how tall are you? And I'll tell you, you're fat and you need to lose weight. You're still fat. 108 kilograms is too much. Would you have more than 55 on here, but loads are still waiting? I think I disconnected the other channel. That's funny. Wow, that's amazing, Lewis. Keep it off. It is amazing, but everybody can do that. You take the app, you go to My Net Diary, and you write down everything that you eat. And that's the first step. The second step is you eliminate as many carbs as you can. You're 1.85. You're tall. You're tall, but that's still too much. It's still too much. Can you pinch an inch in your stomach? I can still pinch an inch. Okay, 59 now. MyNetDiary.com or whatever it is. Okay, and it's free. It's free. And you eliminate all the carbs. You eliminate all of the you write down everything. And then the second thing is you eat a meat diet. You just eat meat and eggs. You don't have to eat meat and eggs, but if you just do the first two things, write down everything and eliminate all white starches, breads, pasta, potatoes, right? Whatever it is, all the white things. Don't lie to yourself because there's carbs everywhere. Make sure you know. Pastizzi, too much pastizzi. They are delighted. They are delightful. What is pastizzi? It is. I can't pinch an inch. It's like a dog trying to bite a baseball. That's funny. But also, I've seen people like my friend Jan Uretsky, who I shouldn't have mentioned his name, but he was a graphic designer. He's dead now, and he did not have any fat, but he had a lot of visceral fat, so he was being pushed out. So he looked great, but I didn't even worry about fatness now. My father was fat. Is there anything else? Any questions we have before we say goodbye to everybody? Eliminate desk jobs. Yeah, too. Never got fatter when I worked at a desk full time. That's true, Galactus. Steady now. I adore Douglas. Who do you adore? Joodles? Lucy. I could pinch a metro. Yeah, well, make sure it's not a train. Okay. Douglas. Douglas is amusing. Who is Douglas? Anyway. 100%. Lucy. Lucy's my type of gal. All right, there you go. You got a boyfriend on this thing. Metro. The Metro train. Metro is free. And the Independent doesn't even print a newspaper. So screw those people. Douglas Murray is great. He's fighting for English people, and he's fighting for the Jews. And Israel has had a victory in that number one, people are beginning to realize never again. And that's what Britain should be. It should be, do not mess with Britain. Never again to Britain. We haven't reached that point in this country, number one. Number two, the Jews of Israel, and I'm going to start calling myself an Israeli, are powerful. You've told the Israelis, the Jews, that we're powerful. We never believed you. I never believed that I was powerful. But the more you tell somebody that you're powerful, that we're afraid of you, that you're taking over the world, the more you think to yourself, maybe I am, and maybe we are that way. I'm Yisrael Chai, Maltese film, and power to the Maltese people as well. Don't go yet. Why? Do you have a question, Claire? You came in a bit late. I had to start late because I've got to go to see my friend's thing. My ex-wife will be there with her new husband, boyfriend. Will be there. My kids will be there too. So I have to go. I have to go. But he's great, and he's friends with Andrew Doyle, who is also great. We all, we also great. I mean, the Muslims should fight for themselves. Yes, they should. They should fight for themselves. It's so bizarre. I don't get it. I don't know what that is. What people are saying, but not that people aren't bad. They aren't bad, but when they want us dead, then they become people to avoid. If they say you should die, you think you're better than us, you don't believe in our God, and that they're saying we should die. We shouldn't die. We shouldn't die. I think how many people do we have so far? And I'll just say this has been. Do you think it will all escalate? What will escalate, Kinsey? Are you going to miss this thing? You're going to, yeah. I got to go right now. It's supposed to start at 6, but I'll be there at 7. It's in Sydenham. Well, this podcast is great. You are great. Thank you, Claire. You are great. I'm so glad you are a Louis Schaffer follower. Yeah, great. What do we have to do before we go? We have to subscribe to the show. We've got to like this show. Subscribe to the show so other people do it. I hope it was good. I don't know what this show is, but I hope everybody felt that they got something out of it. Thank you, Ian. Is it on tomorrow? I guess it'll be on tomorrow. What do you think? Should it be on tomorrow? It's Sunday. Tell your friends. Yeah, tell your friends. But just say it's not really a show. It's just an old guy, an old geezer talking shit. That's what my friend says. That's what Chinese Elvis says this show is. It's an old geezer talking shit. I think so. Maybe 5 o'clock tomorrow. What do you think? Is that a good time? Basically, is that a good time? Thank you, everyone, for subscribing. Thank you, everyone, for liking it. Thank you, everybody. Deb's Chatburn. When did you get back on? Get back on GB. Yeah, you can you can send a message to GB News USA. Bring back Louis Schaffer. You can send a message to GB News. What about Louis Schaffer? I wouldn't call myself a diamond geezer, but I wouldn't call myself a diamond geezer. I'm not a diamond geezer. I've been around a long time. James J. Get Leo on next time. Yeah, if they come into the neighborhood. Well, where did Debs? Debs, where are you from? Debs. There's Debs Chatburn. I feel like we have all learned something today, mainly that there are a lot of us who thought we weren't fat are fat. That's the Louis Schaffer story. I weighed 101 kilograms at 5'10", and I was not sexy. I was not Manchester. Okay, love Manchester. That's my team. Stockport. Anyway, or is it Southport? One of those teams up there, sorry. But yeah, you're all fat. Everybody who's listening is fat except for Claire. You're fat. You're fat. You're fat. And it's possible to lose weight. And when you lose weight, when you get thin, you will feel so much better about yourself. You'll feel good. Hi, sorry I was late, Warren. Thank you, Warren. You're late. You're going to have to listen to this on the live screen. Okay, I'm off. I'm waving goodbye. I don't want to say goodbye, but I got to go. I'm a cubic zirconia. No, that means I'm a bit fat. I'm an authentic thing. It's not worth it. I'm one of those stones that, that maybe are a bit more, maybe aren't plentiful, but don't have any value. Thank you, Lucy. We'll speak to you guys all later. Okay. Talk amongst yourselves, I think, if you can, and we'll see you later. I'm ending the stream.